So the thing is, if you don't have your website, then you technically don't exist in the online world. I hate to say this, but even though you can be on Reddit, you can be on Twitter, you can be on Instagram, you can be on YouTube, and you can create a profile account and customize it. But then here's the reality of it. You're just using their system. You're not actually owning it, and you're not actually in control of what it's doing. And at the end of the day, they're not out there for you. They are out there to make money and for themselves to grow as a business. All right. So this is where I want to talk about the most essential thing that you need to start doing for yourself right now is that you need to have your own website. So I want you to think about a website as your own real estate. By owning a website, it's pretty much saying that you are valid in this case, because the thing is, you can have an IG account, you can have a Twitter account, you can have any type of social media account out there, including LinkedIn, but then you don't own any of it. You're just a part of it, if that makes any sense. It's just an extension, not necessarily your main home or source. So if you're in music, whether you're selling music as an artist, whether you're producing music as a producer, whether you're an engineer that mixes or masters like myself, whether you're trying to teach music lessons, you want to have your own website. By having a website, what you're doing is that you're giving someone an official source to come to. You don't want to be trading information on a Facebook Messenger of where's your phone number, because that is very unprofessional. Yes, there's business accounts, but then at the very end of the day, you are using their platform to advertise. And what you need to do is you need to understand that you want what you're doing, what you own, in this case your website, to do what you want it to do. So if you're trying to sell courses, then make your website do that. Make your website educate people, get them to buy your course or get them to schedule a free lesson with you, whatever your advertising goal is. If you're trying to sell music, same thing. Get them to get out of the social media platform, because guess what? Doing it on social media platforms is not going to do you much, because at the end of the day, there's going to be commission, or people would just glance over your stuff, give you a like, and just pass through. You want to get people that stop by to look at your posts on your social media posts to come to your website, to get out of the social media platform that you put a post on, to actually look at your work and get their full attention, all right? So that's the whole point of having your website, is to really make yourself at home, make yourself valid, make yourself credible to the online world. Because if you don't have one, you're pretty much like everyone else out there that just has an account. You're gonna have to have your own website, all right? No one can take that away from you, and it's very really, really cheap to start running your own websites. There's Easy Funnels, where I use that to sell my music mentoring mixing services. You can also look into Wix. You can also look into Squarespace. You can also look into WordPress. They all do the same thing, but for different reasons. So I will highly recommend that you go do your research, find out what fits what you're trying to do. If you're a blogger or someone that likes to write a lot, I highly recommend looking into WordPress. You can probably use that as your website builder and then build your own social media following within your own website. So that's where it comes in really powerfully, is that you control and dictate what is happening in there versus being on Facebook or Twitter or any of the social media accounts that you're kind of restricted in what it can do for you. You control that when you have your website. I will definitely highly recommend Easy Funnels. Very built for the musician in mind. What really made it impressive or good for me is I had everything I needed in this one website creator. So I highly recommend this to anyone that's a music producer that's trying to sell their music, courses, or service. When you go create your website, you are doing a few things for yourself. Number one, you're solidifying your identity. Number two, here's the most important fact, is that you have ownership of what's inside that website. So in terms of this case, that's why you want to eventually have your own website. You want that website to be where you lead people to, all right? Your content should lead people to this website. So your social media, all it should do is it should just get the right people looking at your stuff And then from there, you get them to go to your website. And then finally, you want to get them to eventually do whatever you want for your purposes. So if you don't have a website, please do that now. Very easy to set up. Honestly, it only takes a good couple hours to get things running, to get it good. But to perfect it is a different story. So if you want to get really detailed and very focused in getting your website to work exactly how you want it, I offer my music mentoring services where I teach you about the music business. I go over things on what to look for and do some case studies where we look at things, interpret things, and know how to narrow it down to the point where you want to get your website to do what you want it to do. So if you're interested in building your music business, your career, and just have a future with music long term, I highly suggest that you go check the link below, volitionmixing.com, in my mentoring services. I look forward to hear from you and set you up for your music business or career. See you guys in the next video.